International trade is like a grand, complex game. Countries are the players, they exchange goods and services. It's a game of strategy, negotiation, and sometimes tension. Tariffs are one of the tools in this game. They are taxes imposed on imported goods. Think of them as fees for bringing products across borders. Governments use tariffs for various reasons. They might want to protect domestic industries from foreign competition. Sometimes they aim to generate revenue. Tariffs can also be used as bargaining chips in trade negotiations. When used strategically, tariffs can shape the flow of goods and influence global trade patterns. However, tariffs can cut both ways. While they can protect domestic industries, they can also raise prices for consumers. This is because tariffs increase the cost of imported goods, which is then passed on to buyers. The use of tariffs is a delicate balancing act. Governments must carefully weigh their potential benefits against the potential costs. In a world increasingly interconnected by trade, understanding the role of tariffs is crucial. They are a powerful tool that can shape the global economy and influence the relationships between nations. For many years, the United States has faced a significant tariff imbalance in its trade with several countries. This means that the United States has imposed lower tariffs on goods imported from these countries. Meanwhile, those same countries have imposed significantly higher tariffs on U.S. products entering their markets. Let's look at some specific examples. China, a major trading partner of the United States, has imposed tariffs as high as 67% on certain U.S. goods. In contrast, the United States has imposed tariffs averaging around 34% on Chinese goods. Similarly, the European Union has historically imposed tariffs averaging 39% on U.S. goods, while the United States has levied tariffs averaging 20% on EU products. This imbalance is even more pronounced with some developing countries. Cambodia, for instance, has imposed tariffs as high as 97% on U.S. goods. The United States, in return, has imposed tariffs averaging 49% on Cambodian products. This disparity in tariff rates puts American businesses at a competitive disadvantage in these markets. It's worth noting that not all U.S. trading relationships exhibit this imbalance. The United States enjoys relatively balanced tariff rates with countries like the United Kingdom, Australia, the United Arab Emirates, and Morocco. In these cases, tariffs are generally around 10% on goods traded in both directions. The tariff imbalance has significant economic implications for the United States. American businesses face higher costs when exporting their products to countries with high tariff barriers. This makes U.S. goods less competitive in those markets, potentially leading to decreased sales and profits. Moreover, these imbalances can contribute to the U.S. trade deficit. When American businesses face high tariffs in foreign markets, it can limit their exports. At the same time, lower tariffs on imports into the United States can lead to an influx of foreign goods, potentially widening the trade gap. While some argue that tariffs protect domestic industries and jobs, others contend that they can harm consumers. When tariffs are imposed on imported goods, businesses often pass those costs on to consumers in the form of higher prices. This can reduce the purchasing power of American households and potentially slow economic growth. The economic impact of tariff imbalances is a complex issue with no easy answers. It involves weighing the potential benefits of protecting domestic industries against the potential costs of higher prices for consumers and a wider trade deficit. In the complex world of international trade, every decision carries weight. When a country decides to impose tariffs, it's not just a straightforward move. There are layers of economic, political, and social factors to consider. Is it a calculated strategy, or a gamble that could backfire? Only time will tell. Reciprocal tariffs can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, they might protect domestic industries and create jobs. On the other hand, they can lead to increased prices for consumers and strained international relations. Balancing these benefits and risks requires careful consideration and strategic planning.